Hello, all you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Starlight New Dawn Scar, Chapter 3, Episode 25, The Riverside Town. This is one of our Pokemon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or stories and creatures in alternate realities. The system is in open playtest and available on our Discord for you all to go check out and let us know what you think. You can find a link to that in the link tree down in the description below. But for now, we do also have Rdyjin here doing art. You'll see that in a couple of minutes when the art scroll is done. And we'll start with introductions, beginning with Tal.
Hello, I am Taldirus, and I will be the storyteller for Starlight New Dawn tonight. I'll play the allies, I'll play the enemies, and I'll play everything in between. The only thing I won't be playing are my wonderful player characters. And my question for my player characters is, why does your character think that most of these buildings from this town are only a couple months old at most? Amos, that would be you first.
Hello, I'm wearing a mole, and I'm playing Amos the Growlithe, a fluffy fire type gremlin. I don't know. I think Amos would probably think that these people haven't all the buildings here are newer because that they had it's either a new town that set up recently or everything else was destroyed, kind of like what happened with the one town that we went to.
All right, any guesses on how it got destroyed, or...
I mean, probably, say they interacted with Alabaster Gleam, so that would be one clue.
Fair. All right. Next up would be the Argus.
Hi, I'm Aurum, and I play Argus, the scaredy cat crafty tyrant, who's a rock dragon type. And as for how Argus would know, well, he knows how to build a house frame, and these house frames look very new. He's not so sure about, the other parts, but if the house frame's new, then the rest of the house has to be new, because you can't build a house without a house frame. He's got the experience.
All right, and
The question is, why do you think they're new?
yeah, the question was, why do you think they're new? Why does your character? What's your character's first guess?
Well, I just thought they were new because they looked new.
Okay, I guess to ask this a different way, why are all the buildings new?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a different question. I guess they're new probably because Alabaster Gleam did something. My assumption's Alabaster Gleam. Argus does not like Alabaster Gleam. They throw knives at you. What was that?
Yeah, but this happened a couple of months ago, which means Alabaster Gleam would have had been here a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of everywhere, so I wouldn't put it past them being here a couple of months ago.
Yeah. All right, Azrith.
Greetings all, I'm Arzadeyu, and I play Azrith, the off-color jangmo-o, who's just a dragon type. As for the question, maybe it has something to do with these reality shifts, thingies, whatever's going on. Just learned about them today, so he has no clue. Everything just seems weird.
All right, Dart.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Satan. I play Dart, the Steel Ground Rockruff. Dart would suspect that perhaps there is a resource, or maybe they were trying to get away from something. That they are just trying to find an area to set up on that they can call their own.
Interesting. Jet?
I am Razim, and I am playing as Jet, the Ghost Electric type rockruff. As for Jet's thoughts on this matter, well, he, first off, isn't even aware that they're new yet, because he went immediately to doctoring stuff, but, if he were aware, first guess would be refugees. Why they're refugees? No idea. But they're probably refugees from something. Alabaster Gleam's a good first guess, but at the same time, Alabaster Gleam's rather recent.
Alright, and Vector.
Hello, my name is Avian Wolf, also known as Avi, and I play as Vector, the Water Flying Rockruff, and probably knowing that this is new, knowing it's a river, Vector's probably gonna assume that it flooded one time, but Vector is very innocent. All he knows is this building is new, and probably got flooded, knowing that it's near the river, but he has no clue why. Head empty, only fish.
All right. And for tonight, I shall be doing our recap. Because why not? I can do it.
So,
Yep. All right. So last episode, we started off with the results of the team's watch, in which they mostly found that it was a nice and quiet night, actually, with no signs of the bandit group that's been plaguing the road. Eventually, upon day starting, Vector decides to fly up and start scouting for any signs of either the bandits or where they're coming from. Eventually, he does notice a gap in the tree line, in which shows signs of it being a river. Having nowhere else to really, no better lead, they do decide to depart towards the river, although, obviously, due to this, Dart is more than a little bit concerned about the river, and the potential of having to cross it. So the group goes to the north, keeping a lookout for things along the way, noticing that there's things like very few forageables, like it's been recently picked completely clean, and noticing a couple of trails, the easiest to follow of which being a snake. And so they do notice that as they follow this trail, that there's actually more and more paths converging on it, as it seems like, either people are coming in this direction to a specific point, or they're leaving from that direction, going out. And, the latter seems to be much more likely. They still notice no signs of any of the bandits being around, and come across an area in which the foot traffic seems to turn into a more regular path instead of just signs of passage. And eventually they come across what looks to be a village by the river. And upon checking their map, they notice that this village is not mentioned on this map at all, and nor have they heard any mention, even through the guild, of there being a settlement in this area. Upon discovering this, Jet and Vector decide to work together in order to figure out exactly where it is and then mark it on their map. They decide to use the only two-story building to mark it on the map, and as always, Jet hates the quality of his drawing, thinking it's absolute garbage, while in fact it was actually pretty good. The group decides to eventually approach the village after a small discussion and notice that the majority of the Pokemon around are unevolved first stage Pokemon, which seem to be mostly avoiding them except for a second stage evolution, a Clefairy. Said Clefairy shows up and...
Wasn't it a Clefairy?
It was a Clefairy.
It was a Clefairy.
Remember, there's a Cleffa pre-evolution.
Yeah, there's Cleffa, which is
Oh,
the
right.
first evolution. It has the baby form.
A Fa, a Fairy, and an Able.
Yep. And the Clefairy shows up and takes a defiant stance and talk about how she's not going to allow them to ruin things again. Seemingly not really recognizing the difference between them and the Alabaster Gleam. Eventually, they manage to get some information out of her, such as someone named Johnny is usually the person running things around here, but is currently unconscious and has been so for a little bit over a week, ever since the robed people came through. And after a little bit of convincing, the group is eventually led to where he's recovering. Jet and Vector go inside while the rest of the group waits outside. For Jet and Vector, they see a very roughed up looking war turtle who not only has some deep wounds that have been treated rather inexpertly, mostly just kind of seemingly covered with the bandages instead of any amount of actual medical practice, as well as potentially very likely having overexerted himself and taken on far too much exhaustion. Eventually water is asked for, and the party outside, some people are sent to go and retrieve water from the river. As they're waiting outside, though, the rest of the group decides to explore the town a bit, and they notice that the buildings seem to be recently made in the last few months. They do also notice a couple other minor details about the quality of the building, and that, everything seems to be rather new, but, I think that's pretty much everything that happened. Anyone have anything to add?
Nope.
That sounds about right.
Oh, wait, crime types have been canonized. Canonized.
I do not think that you should take anything Susanna tells you as authoritative on anything.
Well, that's your opinion. Argus believes wholeheartedly that crime type is real, and he has just been justified. That's an anti-crime type ability, by the way.
Water bucket.
I mean, he is an expert on buckets. But yes, if no one has anything to bring up, I guess all that's left is to decide which group we'll be starting with. Now, let's see. Let's go ahead and start with our medic duo. So, Jet, Vector, you have been looking over this war turtle's rather extensive wounds, and it was slow going. It took a lot of work, but you have managed to successfully reduce him from having a wounded 3 status effect to wounded 1. He will need professional help in order to continue on and actually make a full recovery. But at this point, at least a stiff breeze isn't going to knock him over. And so long as he gets actual professional help within, a reasonable amount of time, not exactly emergency or anything, he should make a full recovery, and none of these injuries should be permanently affecting him. Both of you have done rather well, considering the lack of any amount of professional surgery training or anything.
Yeah, the first aid paid off.
Hooray!
Hey, well, I'll take that win. I'll
Hi,
take that
Paul.
win. Well, at least the hard part's done, and I guess now the easy part is, I guess we can kind of take a little bit easier. Now that the more important stuff has been taken care of. Um, hmm. Well, I don't know if there's anything else that we need to do, but I suppose we could probably ask Susanna what's going on essentially. And what do you mean by they?
Just real quickly, I will remind you
Mhm.
that you guys do have those ethers that you picked up in old Greenwood,
Hmm.
which do cure exhaustion. So if you give him one or two of those, he'll probably wake up. But this is a potentially addicting medicine.
Hmm.
You picked up 10 of them, by the way.
Yeah, but giving him one would be fine. Probably.
Just one, maybe.
It's not like it's Luciferium.
It does not cure all wounds, no.
Fair.
So, are you going to give him the ether?
I mean, just one should be fine, right? As
I
he's first
think one
turning
would be
picture.
fine.
Yeah.
Let's do
sorry.
it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess the question is whose. I mean, I don't mind using mine, but
I don't think Jet does not actually have them. Any
oh,
of them.
you don't. Oh, you don't have ether.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have one.
Or at least I never wrote
Fine.
it on my sheet.
You guys picked up 10 of them, so there was enough for everyone to grab one if they wanted it, as well as some spares.
Yeah, Jet never grabbed them.
Yeah, I will. I'll use one of mine. So I will go ahead and gently try to like open up his mouth, and just like pour in a little bit of that ether.
All right. With that, there is an almost immediate reaction as the ether is ingested, and it seems like even though he should be still bone deep exhausted and asleep, within a minute or two, he actually fully wakes up and seems very confused as to what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like step back to like give the war turtle some breathing room. It's like oh, whoa, easy there.
His eyes are like not even quite half open, as he sort of like blearily blinks and like looks around a bit from his effectively like makeshift little bed that he was put on.
Ah, okay, gotcha. I thought he kind of like woke up like a kind of like jolting wake.
No, he's like it's more like even though he should be passed out, he's actually waking up. He isn't getting like shocked awake or anything.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's just like actually waking up from this, even though by all rights he should still be asleep for another day or two. Whatever you gave him, that's some strong stuff.
That's strong stuff for sure.
And he's gonna try talking, and he's gonna like mumble out some things, but they're like almost entirely unintelligible. As he sort of like stops for a second, and then tries talking again. It doesn't quite work right, and and eventually he just kind of stops talking and like points at his mouth and makes like a drinking motion.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So just to kind of catch you up, what happened? So you were really badly hurt. We were able to kind of patch you up. And it wasn't kind of giving you a little bit of medicine to kind of see, to make to see if that would help you out there. So don't worry. Just taking some time. I don't know if you're able to talk just yet. You just woke up, but just take it a little bit easy and just, take it slow for now. All right?
He sort of like blinks at you and like just gives you a nod.
Okay. All right. There's going to be a few things we want to ask you, but again, probably the best thing for now is to kind of give you some time to just rest up. So I guess the question is a little bit lost in terms of do we want to just leave him alone for a little while, or because I don't know, this may take a while for him to be able to talk.
He's gonna make another drinking motion.
Oh wait, are you looking for water?
He's gonna nod.
Oh, okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, and like,
Yeah, we'll get him some water. We'll get you some water. The Clefairy is not in here, right?
At this moment, no. She had, as you guys were like working, she kind of like stepped outside. So like she's probably still around. She's just not in the room with you.
We should probably go get the one outside. Let her know, and we could go from there, I think. But yeah, water definitely.
Victor's just kind of like, we'll be right back. We're gonna get you some water. And like, come on, let's go. Tippy tappy.
He like settles in slightly as you leave.
For a moment, I'm like, are we gonna do the water gun trick?
I was thinking about that, but I don't know if I would be like, all right, here, let me just. Yeah, it's listen. God, bedside manners. Okay,
You guys
bedside
also
manners.
just remember that anything you make from your moves disappears after the current scene. So if they did drink at the moment the scene ended, all of the water would go.
My goodness,
Would
that's just
evaporate from their body. Never fill up a
Whatever
strength
floats your
Pokemon
boat.
with water.
no, gosh, that'd be evil. Just imagine just hydrating someone, getting them all better, and then just end the scene, and then just like sudden like death from dehydration.
I know. I was just thinking about that too.
Crinkle up like.
God.
Would Rain Dance still fall under those rules?
Depends on the kind of rain dance that was used.
Yeah, I'm about to say it kind of depends. Basically, if it's created specifically from a move by rules, it will disappear. However, rules when it comes to like scene-wide effects from like field moves and weather creators, those have not been established. So
Okay. Rule of cool it.
yeah, depends on the circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I have Argus doing the what's his name? The mumbo jumbo dance to try to summon rain, and nothing happens. from
I have
Banjo
a hard
Kazooie.
time doing that dance considering your body shape.
He would have a hard time with his body shape, but he has the stick.
As of right now, first off, Rain Dance does not exist in Scar right now. As for how that would interact, yeah, the effects of it would disappear. That said, if you do it to put out a building, the fire's not just going to magically come back. However, using it to hydrate something or someone, that the effects of that will go away.
Aw. Can't go water my garden now.
But yes, as you go outside, I guess for the rest of the team, I know you were looking around. Would you have actually gone like full-on wandering, or would you have stayed relatively close?
I know Argus is just trying to find someone to help. So if there's no one nearby, I guess he's going
grows.
I
further
know.
into town.
I know Dart was staying out, and I think Amos, you were as well.
Yep. Yep. I'm
That's
just
fine.
asking if you would have stayed close or wandered.
Argus will
Amos is
stay
wandering.
close to people, except Amos. He won't stay close to Amos. But if someone's wandering further, he'll follow them.
Alright.
I know Azrith is the only one from last session who went to go get water from a bucket because the group was asked to.
And
know,
you
I think
did
I was-
successfully do that.
I must not remember that part. Apologies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that.
Yeah, because they wanted the water before they started trying to like effectively operate on the guy. So you successfully got them the water, yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
So would you have stuck around after, or would you have
Probably
'Cause this
stuck around
did-
after.
Yeah, because this did take like an hour or two to try and help the guy.
It was hard to think since I had to leave in a hurry to deal with ants. It was.
Understandable.
Those are almost as bad as uncles.
Huh?
He was making an ant joke, as in like the familial relation.
Aunts and uncles.
Oh. I see now.
Argus will accept the bunk on his head.
But yeah, Dart, would you have stayed close, or would you have gone exploring?
Stay close.
All right. So we have Azareth and Dart that would have stayed close. Meanwhile, Argus and Amos are wandering by themselves. Jet Vector, you see Azareth, Dart, and Susanna all outside.
Azareth did put in the chat that they were going to get the water from last session.
Well, that was
That was
before.
already gotten.
Oh,
It was
right.
already gotten before you guys operated. Remember?
Yeah, that was for the
he
operation.
He just forgot that was already resolved.
Yeah.
Or I guess yeah. So he is outside.
Very much outside. I lost track of the timeline from last session.
So yeah.
Okay.
Notably, both Argus and Amos are missing.
Oh, are you
So-
guys done with the helping?
We got the hard part done, but we're gonna need another bucket of water. So the war turtle's up. He's awake, but he's thirsty.
He is also very weak, so do be careful with things, he says, looking over at Susanna.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to nod vigorously and go, "Got it, keep everyone else away." And
For
she's
the time
going to
being.
go in front of the door and strike, like, effectively a bouncer pose.
Oh my god. Victor's gonna try not to laugh, but he nods. It's like, okay, so we'll be right back. We're gonna go get some water. And again, don't let anyone in. Just until we get back, okay? And Victor's like gonna start. He's gonna like start like heading down to the river. And he stops and realizes, so which way is the river? Or do you have a well? Anything? Looking at the group. He doesn't know where the river is.
Jet shrugs.
The river is over that way. He's gonna point to the river.
All right.
I went there once to get the water.
Vector's like gonna hold the bucket handle with his mouth. All right, let's go. And he's like about to like jump. He's like, what is it jumping? But he's like making his way over to the river. Oh my.
I think Dart will stay outside the tent, though.
All right.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Well, do you
Take
need
your
wait? Yeah, let me
time.
come with you so you know not to get lost.
Yeah, come on.
Jingle.
Yeah, lead me.
The jingle jangles.
I'm gonna follow Azareth, where the river is.
Both of the fancy movers have left together.
Jingle jangle.
So, while you guys go to do that, let's see. Amos is first alphabetically. Amos, what are you trying to get up to?
Amos is just kind of wandering about, looking around the town.
All right. Go ahead and roll me either insight or investigation.
Hold on, I forgot to open Fantasy Grounds.
That would put that would make it a little bit hard to roll. Yes. That would put a little bit of a damper on things.
Just a little bit.
Buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets.
More buckets for the bucket lord.
Oh my god.
I have never forgotten. If you think I've forgotten about the bucket lord, I haven't.
We're just gonna get to a point where we're just gonna have Vector sitting on like a Games of Thrones, like,
I love
throne,
you.
but it's made out of buckets.
It's just buckets. It's just a tower of buckets behind. I am the bucket lord. The bucket lord is dormant, but it's still there.
You need a Pokemon move that lets you travel from bucket to bucket.
I feel that.
And any bucket filled with water you can teleport between.
God, that's dangerous.
You know what I just thought of? I don't know why I was thinking about the Skyrim where like you stand on top of the bucket and you just lift up the bucket and you break the physics
with a handle. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
If you get that move, you also need the move where you put a bucket on someone's head and they are blinded. Status move, blinding.
The bucket hat.
The bucket hat.
Okay, that's a move I'm gonna do. But sorry, go ahead.
But yes, Amos, go ahead and make me an insight or investigation.
Okay. So I have one in investigation. How do I roll this?
It would be attribute and expertise of your choice, and either investigation or insight as a skill. You can also use any attribute that you want. Body,
Okay.
mind, or soul.
Oh, it didn't. There we go.
All right, 2 successes. All right, with 2 successes, you would notice something a little bit interesting, actually. The way that the actual like residents of these of this town are like, you know, going about, hanging out, like the way that they're positioning themselves, it doesn't like scream trap to you or anything, but it really makes it seem like they aren't inexperienced with being rather distrustful of the people around them.
Okay, interesting.
You know, it almost reminds you of how it would be if people who were criminals and knew the other were also criminals would act around each other at times.
My people. Alrighty then. Amos might try, you know, if he runs into one on this, like, a mon on the street, he might try making small talk with them. Just trying to get more of a vibe of the place.
All right. What sort of topic would you pick for your small talk?
Nice weather we're having. No, I'm not doing that. I was just kind of like ask about, like, you know, oh, how long has this town, you know, been here, and
Hold on. Was that
ask what
supposed
they
to
around.
be? Was that supposed to be Amos's voice?
No, hell
You
no.
sure? I don't know.
No,
Maybe we should stick with it.
No, how long has this town been around? And or or just kind of like asking them like what they do around town, like. So what do you do to keep yourself busy around here?
All right. You would get a variety of responses. The vast majority of which do not surprise you, as it's mostly just sort of like distrustful non-responses. But you do get a couple of people that actually do give you legitimate responses. Although you do get like a weird look. One of them would have told you that well, I mean, after the cave, we moved here a couple months ago, so I mean, most of the buildings, none of them were. Yeah, I think. No, there was one building here before, but we kind of tore it down for parts. So yeah, basically all of the town should be like about maybe 3 months old by now. Man, time kind of flies.
Amos would just like respond with, "Thanks. So y'all came here and built all this up this 3 months ago?"
Oh yeah, well, you know, we kind of had help, but then they moved on, and now, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Oh, well, who helped you guys build this place up? It seemed like you need a lot of people to build the town like this that fast.
Well, you know, I never really talked with them, but it was a concolder, if that helps.
Looking colder.
I don't think
Uh,
Amos ever met him.
Amos should
Is
have
that-
read more books.
Is that an in-game or out-of-game question?
I'm gonna have that be an out of game. Amos is just gonna pretend to know what that is.
All right. This, if you look in Starlight, as I get the room open, or not room, the chat, that is what a concolder looks like.
Yeah, I could see that could be helpful with construction.
It would.
They were helped by Gerald.
Was that his name?
I'm still gonna call him Jay. Anyway, all right. So, it seems like this person does not know the actual name of the person, but you know, you did get that they are a concolder.
Amos is gonna be kind of like nod and be like, "All right, well, very good on them for helping you guys set up your town here." Amos is kind of wish them well and wave a paw and kind of just continue wandering.
All right. Are you going to be looking at anything in particular, or are you just going to keep wandering around?
I want to see if like any like buildings kind of like stand out to me like at all.
All right. Well, going off of your previous check, obviously there is the sole 2-story building in the town. Although one thing that you do notice, mostly just because it's different than every other town you've been in so far, is that you see exactly 0 buildings or carvings or any iconography at all related to any of the legendaries here.
My response to that is would Amos have even noticed like iconography of like any legendaries like at all before? Anyway.
I would say yes, if for no other reason than they tend to be very rich places.
All right.
Because those buildings tend to have valuables inside, which is why I figured Amos would at least know them as association of this place has rich things inside.
Okay, that makes sense. So Amos is just gonna assume they're all poor because they don't have any icons.
Hey, that is a valid one. I'm just letting you know that is something that you would notice.
Yeah, Amos is gonna kind of wander, he's gonna look towards the 2-story building and kind of walk towards that way. Making note of that there's no like icons of anything around here. It's just like, dang, whispering under his breath to say, dang, smells like broke mon around here.
All right. You would get to notice that, yeah, occasionally someone brings something in or out of the building. So you don't really see people going in and buying anything, so maybe it's a warehouse. Or a storage facility of some sort. At the
Does
very
it
least,
have
it does seem to have some actual foot traffic going through it.
does it have any windows?
No. Actually, almost none of these buildings have actual, like, windows. At most, you'll see one or two that have, like, the shutters, but there's, like, nothing in the sill.
Interesting.
You don't really see any glass windows here, though.
Amos is just gonna hang out around the entrance. It's kind of like vibe, chill, and kind of just keep an eye on like what people are going in and out and what they're bringing out.
All right. Mostly, if they're going inside, they're either bringing like a bag of something or like maybe a crate with them. And if someone is going out, generally people are going in with stuff and then coming out with nothing. But occasionally someone will come out with something and take it to a different part of town. Not all to like the same spot in town, but like to just some other point in town.
All right.
The likelihood that this is a warehouse of some sort is probably going up in your mind.
Yeah. Very obvious that they store things here. I can't think of anything else Amos would probably like be doing besides just like maybe looking. He's already kind of figured out that he's not really getting a vibe if there's anything like really worth stealing here yet. That makes his like kleptomatic brain go wanna grabby.
Grabby paw movement.
But he is probably gonna like look around to see if there's like either like a little diner to get food or a general store.
Yeah, you wouldn't actually find either of those here. It's really weird that they don't have a store at least for food.
Amos is gonna just kind of like sit and pout that he's hungry. There's nowhere to get food around here.
Although maybe it should have been a little bit expected that the place that's apparently stealing and raiding to get food isn't exactly offering a lot of food.
Yeah.
You do always have rations.
He would pout and then make that connection and go, oh. And then he would look in his bag.
You have rations.
He will sit and nibble.
All right. Argus, what are you getting up to?
Hello, Pokemam or sir. My name is Argus, and I am part of the Astral Dawn rescue team, and I am here to help you in any way I can. And if that person rejects it, he goes on to the next person. He is just trying to find something to do and something to help with.
Argus, you're getting a lot of weird looks.
He holds out his badge every time he says he's part of Astral Dawn as well. Does anyone need help? Anyone?
Pops in out of character. Are we a rescue team or are we an expedition team?
We're a team.
For
Right
some
now we are
sort of-
rescuing. We're
Just-
a team.
But you're on an expedition.
Just glasses. Well, actually, like, we're not on a rescue mission. We're on an expedition mission, Argus. You should know this. You were at the briefing.
Well, actually, you're not here to tell me I'm wrong, so...
You're now just talking to yourself.
I even did that little sassy finger thing when I said actually.
I'm just imagining it's like a cut of like behind like the cameras and the booms and the boom guy, and then you just have like the little like actor chair, just be like, it's just you just have everyone in the background just laugh, just like holding their laugh.
I don't think anyone's holding their laugh very well.
All right. So, what you will be able to see, and this isn't even something I'm going to have you roll for, because you're going to recognize them immediately. On the other side of a street, kind of like going down a different part of town, you catch sight of a tepig.
Is it the tepig I know?
Yes.
Dart, hold me back. I know this tepig. He hurt my friend. Oh, wait. No one's holding me back!
Uh-oh.
Unattended Argus.
An unattended Argus. Argus wants to go confront the tepig.
This will go quite well.
This was not on my bingo card.
So, we're looking for a new player. We'll be holding auditions in a week.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, you're about to get killed.
All right, Argus, what do you do?
Argus wants to go confront the tepig. He knows that things are, a bit more than they were, but he's still mad at the tepig because they hurt his friend. Mare?
All right.
I heard someone weave and rejoin. I was confused.
Yeah, Discord's doing the thing again.
Oh, I'm
Not to
sorry.
be as angry.
All right. Argus, are you trying to immediately catch up with them, or are you trying to follow them and
Argus
see
wants
where
to
they're
follow
going?
them.
All right. I'm going to ask you to make me 2 rolls then. The first
no.
roll is stealth of subterfuge. The second one is survival to track them.
This isn't going to go well. That's my stealth. Okay.
Roll that 10.
Yeah, I'm souling that one.
Which one?
Either one.
All right. Back to a 2. And that survival.
I have so many.
Also a
ones.
2.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
It can't be
Right.
that bad.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to find out now.
All right. Argus, I need you to make me an insight.
Insight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! I need to add more dice into these things. I've been making too many specific things. That's a botch.
Now would be a good time to remind you, before you will, that Vigor Overcharge exists. Using a point of Vigor, you can either increase the crit range or lower the difficulty. This would make your difficulty 6 and make all those 6s count.
You know what? Let me, Vigor Overcharge. What's the worst that could happen?
Alright, another 2. Alright, so, as you're following this tepig around, you do notice that, like, he's stopping and talking to people and, like, making some conversation before moving on and talking with another person. And then he turns a corner and keeps repeating this same sort of habit as you sneakily follow him, because it looks like he's not looking at you at all right now. And, he goes, turns a corner, talks to some people. Seems like he's talking to a whole lot of people. And then you realize, hey, wait. He talked to that person before already. And you passed by these buildings again already. Wait a second.
He's taking me in circles. Is he on patrol, or does he know I'm following him?
That's the question.
I think Argus needs to sneak closer.
Roll me that subterfuge.
Oh no. What can possibly go wrong? Oh no!
Oh no!
Apparently many things go wrong.
There's so many ones! Will, I'm just using all my dice.
Using all your resources there, Argus.
I got a 1!
You got a 1.
Better than a -2.
That is a lot better than a -2. To be fair, almost anything is better than a -2. Technically
Almost.
speaking, nothing is better than a -2. But
Better than a
yes,
bunch.
as you sneak closer, you almost run directly into someone. But you are spared from this fate, as at the last second you notice them and move out of the way. And that would have been kind of embarrassing considering they were standing still and you almost ran into them. But
I'm very tunnel visioned on the Tepig.
you navigate this clever distraction trap thing that happened of you almost accidentally running into someone and it totally wouldn't have been your fault. And you get closer to the Tepig, who still doesn't seem to be looking at you at all.
Clearly he doesn't notice me. I am very sneaky.
And he is going to stop talking to the person he's talking to, and then start walking away and round a corner.
Follow around the corner.
All right. I'm gonna need you to make me an evasion check.
I figured. One. Two. Okay. Watch me get all my 1s again.
Also get all your 10s.
That's a 5? 5.
All right. With a 5, as you round the corner, you end up noticing almost immediately that there is currently an airborne Tepig going towards you. And you try and, like, scramble out of the way, but you are effectively just, like, immediately slammed into and knocked backwards.
Yeah! Little Tyrunt does his little somersault backwards with his oversized head.
And you flop to the ground.
Ow!
And as the Tepig, it's gonna kind of like, stomp his hoof on the ground a couple times. Why are you following me?
You're the one who hurt my friend. I remember you.
I have no clue who you are.
I was the friend of the Abra that you and your other friends all attacked.
Okay, we've attacked 2 Abras recently. Which one?
The nice one, not the evil one.
Okay, the one wearing white or the one wearing pink?
Kaza was in pink, right?
Kaza wears pink.
You'd think you would remember that if he's your friend.
I don't remember
think you
something it's
remember
been months
that?
ago.
Okay, question. Do you think Kaza would wear white like Alabaster Gleam?
No, he wouldn't. I don't think
There you
so.
go.
I hope not.
Oh, by the
one wearing
stars help
pink.
this child.
Huh?
Alright, now, Kaza was the one wearing pink, so what do you say?
I say the one wearing pink. The one wearing white was probably evil.
Oh. Oh, wait. Okay, I don't recognize you from that, but then a bunch more people from, that had the... Well, it was a different badge thing, but the badge thing showed up, and so we left.
This thing! I hold up my badge, like, in his face while I'm still lying on the ground.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, those are normally the people that we target, and so we went after the Abra because they had a different one, so we thought they were special. And then
They
more of
are
you showed up, and
special.
so
They
we
were
left.
my friend. They kept fixing my ore. And you really, really badly hurt them, and they had to go away, and now I don't even know if they're safe. So I'm very mad at you.
Wait, no, I was the bait that time, so I didn't even hurt them, and he's just gonna start walking away.
That doesn't make it better! Argus is getting up and stomping after him. he's going to keep following him.
Adorable.
You already just followed me around the same couple houses 3 times. Why are you still following me?
Because you hurt my friend and you never even apologized.
I didn't hurt them. I was the bait.
That's still a part of the process.
Well, I didn't attack them or anything. It's not my fault that they didn't realize I wasn't actually hurt.
You pretended to be hurt and took advantage of my friend being so nice that he wants to help anyone who's hurt, and then you got him hurt.
It sounds like your friend is
really
imperceptive. And that's their own fault.
So... let me see how many dice I have for just a basic tackle move.
Alright. That would probably be your basic, that would just be your natural accuracy. Which would be, your body, an expertise of your choosing, and however many points you have in Brawl.
Sadly, none. But that's still what Argus is gonna do. I've had so many ones.
Alright, go ahead and roll me either, again, body, either acrobatics or athletics.
What do I have more of? No expertise.
You know, full check. You could use you
Okay.
could use an expertise. It's just I'm just saying what skill.
Oh my god.
Again a 0. Argus, as you charge at this evil crime type tepig, they move ever so slightly out of the way, stick out one hoof, and you are sent tripping as you tumble over head a couple times, eventually stopping as you basically vertically face plant against a building.
Ow! 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 Ow!
You
ow.
see, that's what hurting someone is like. I didn't do that to them. He starts leaving again.
You caused them damage. You
I
were
have,
a
I
part
have,
of it!
I have more important things to do.
More important. You hurt my friend. You could at least apologize. You and all the other two that hurt him.
Oh no, there's like 4 others on my team.
Why'd you have to hurt him? You're evil crime type.
I don't think that's an actual type. Unless you're calling dark types that, and I'm not dark type.
No, crime type. Look, the one lady said crime type's a real thing, and you're a crime type. You're very mean.
I have way better things to do right now than deal with you.
Well, I have nothing better to do than to deal with you. Because no one wants my help.
I'm gonna go throw you in the river if you keep this up.
I'd like to see you try.
Starts walking towards you.
No.
Argus stands his ground.
And the tepig is gonna try and grab you by the by your rather sparkly scarf.
He's within range.
Yes.
Can I use my move that knocks back 40 feet and can't miss?
You can try. That's going to be an opposed athletics or acrobatics check to knock him back.
Okay. Guaranteed hit. Mine's...
Someone else want any popcorn?
Versus my dice?
Oh,
I'm just wondering when Argus is going to get sent no clipping through the ground into Gerald's.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll your acrobatics and or athletics. I don't know why I said
mine versus
acrobatics
his?
or. Yeah, it's an opposed check.
Oh, I thought I could use my move dice. Oh no.
You can, and if you win, he gets launched back.
Okay. I
So
thought...
the way that this works. Okay, how did you? Can you just send me like a screenshot of your move box real quick so I know what you did and I can let you know?
Okay, because you had the move before. Let me print screen. Where is Taldarius on my list of people? There you are. Hi.
Hello. Okay, yes. So the power dice is used to actually deal damage with it.
Yeah.
And then after you try and deal damage with it, then it gets to the whole knocking back 40 feet.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage, which is going to be the power of your move, which is 4, plus you wanted to use your science for this, and I'm fine with that. So
Yep.
Science plus it wouldn't be, yeah, it would be. Okay, yeah. So mind plus whatever I'm fucking this up. I don't know why. I know these rules. Half your mind plus your dots in science plus 4. I don't know why I struggled with that so
1,
much.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I do combat all the time. I do so much combat testing. How did I mess that
That's
up?
still a lot of dice.
Well, that's for the damage phase. This is to see how much damage you do. And there's the 1. The other
2
one.
ones. 1,
So
2,
that is 1.
5, 6. Because the ones cancel out the 10.
Now, this is a steel type move, and this is against a fire type, so 7s do not count.
Oh.
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. All right. With 4 damage, you would knock him a bit. You don't think he got that hurt by it. And now's when you would roll acrobatics or athletics to try and knock him back.
I need to put more dice in those.
Oh, there's a 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's not affected by type advantage, right?
No.
Ha!
With a 5, all right. You don't think that that he was affected by the damage all that much, really?
That's
But
fine.
he does go shooting back 40 feet until he hits the building.
And
Not the
Argus
building that you're next. The building that's on the other side of the street.
And Argus is like humming, kind of stuck in place. He's struggling to move, but he's glaring at the tepig. You're not going to send me flying. I send you flying.
And the tepig is slowly going to stand back up, like shake out his head a bit from where he landed, and go, I didn't say I was going to send you flying. I said I was going to throw you in the river.
Well, now you can't.
He's going to like take a tentative step forward and realize that he's not actually being forced away from you again right now. He's going to take another step forward. Kind of like doing a little shuffle forward.
Argus can't really move right now, so he's just glaring at the tepig. I'm gonna make you say sorry.
And he's gonna get... He's 30 feet away, and then 20 feet away, and 10 feet away. And then he tries going forward again, and reaching out towards your scarf again.
And immediately use the same move again. You don't get to touch my scarf. I got it sparkled just for me.
Alright, roll damage.
I accidentally rolled this.
Remember that 7s do not count.
That's still a 6. Now I'm getting my good rolls.
Alright. Now roll the athletics or acrobatics to try and knock him away again.
It's... Okay, this one has a botch.
That one's the botch. Alright.
I have nothing left to reroll it.
He gives a little bit of a wince as it hurts him again, but this time he's not sent flying back. And he grabs your scarf and starts dragging you somewhere.
Wait. You were supposed to go flying. Why didn't it work? Wait.
You suck.
You can't just say that that's me.
Don't worry, you can like practice against the rocks at the bottom of the river or something after I throw you in it.
I've already been practicing on a rock.
Okay, cool. Then you should be more than used to it. Now you can practice in the water.
I don't want to kill him, but I could do a lot of damage.
Alright. And coincidentally, however, as this tepig is dragging you off, the people at the at the little medical area would notice Argus getting dragged by a familiar-looking tepig.
I don't think I want to deal with that. Whatever that is.
You hear distinct yelling about and arguing about getting thrown into the river.
Susanna's still next to us.
She is acting as a bouncer at the door.
Does she acknowledge or observe this?
She observes it, but as it is not approaching the door, she does nothing. She has her assignment, and no one's getting through this door without her permission.
Dart's gonna sigh and just be like, I'll go see what's up. He walks on over. Probably at a slightly brisker pace to actually catch up.
Chet will follow.
Is actually anyone staying at the tent?
Azrith, are you staying at the tent or are you going with?
I think Azrith went with Vector to go get the
That's
bucket.
with
Oh.
Vector.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Is
Yeah.
Dart's,
Yeah. You two were the only ones left at the tent. So no.
Dart's just gonna be like, I think you probably should just stay here. If commotion breaks out, come on over.
I mean, I think she's got it. Might as well have you be along for backup.
I prefer at least one of us stay here, and if you want to go, I'll stay here.
Oh, well, okay. Good luck.
Or is that more of a you're going or?
You're going.
Okay, cool. So Dart's gonna sigh as he walks on over and tries to catch up.
All right. They aren't moving fast, considering that I'm imagining that this Tepig has to is pulling a at least moderately struggling Argus.
Moderately struggling, though I currently have a speed of -30 for a scene. So I can't move.
You can't get away, but you can make it difficult on him.
I am making it very difficult. I could also keep using that move.
Try, but at this point, he's grabbing onto you, so who knows what'll happen if you use it on him while he's actually got a hold of you.
We both go flying.
You know what? I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone here. I'd like to
You're
hop
not
onto.
pellet shotting us, are you?
No, I'm gonna hop onto Argus's head.
All right, the
can't
Tepig pull
see.
is suddenly pulled to a stop as the person he is pulling is now like twice
60
as heavy.
60 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
I can't see. You're on my head.
Argus, what have you gotten yourself into?
He won't even apologize for hurting Kaza.
He was following me around town.
He's one of the ones who hurt Kaza really bad that he had to go away, and now he won't even apologize, and he said I suck.
Like I said, I didn't even throw an attack at him. So I'm not apologizing.
You were the bait.
Yeah, I
That's
was the
still
bait.
part of it.
It's not my fault that your friend wasn't smart enough to know that I was bait.
I was trying to be nice, but now I'm very upset. You don't get to insult Kaza for being nice.
Dart's gonna start rubbing Argus's forehead, just like the top of his head.
Is this like noogie level, or is this like, hey,
Calm down. This is the calm down kind of level, just like it's gonna be like, Argus. Yes, I know that's the same Tepig, but we're not here to get revenge. We've been over this. We're here to help.
I don't want revenge, I want an apology, and he keeps insulting Kaza instead, so now I'm kind of wanting revenge.
He needs to cool off, so I was gonna go throw him in the river.
I'll throw you in the river.
Argus. What is throwing people in the river going to solve?
Cool off his attitude.
It'll make me feel a lot better about him. He's gonna give another tug, but he isn't strong enough to move both Dart and Argus.
Argus is trying to launch him again. Oh my god. That's a lot of ones. And sevens don't work.
And sevens don't work. So that is what, a 0?
That's a 0.
That is a 0. No damage. You can still roll the athletics, though.
That's what the whole thing's for.
Oh my god. You know, I ain't even gonna lie. I just need to real quick, like,
Oh no, what happened?
the Tepig has decided that he ain't being moved. Just look at Starlight really quickly. I think he's decided he ain't moving.
That's a lot of tens.
That's a lot of tens, yeah. Every single dice there is either a success or a failure.
Argus is not moving him.
Argus, you ain't moving him. You didn't hurt him and you ain't moving him.
He might have to try other moves. I think he resists my magnets.
As Tiberian is saying, RNGesus is trying to tell you something. And from me,
Telling
you
to
should
kill the
probably listen.
So there's a small little poof as the move doesn't really do anything apparently.
And he's just gonna look at Dart and go, "Can I throw him in the river now?"
I'd rather you not.
I mean, okay, but like I'm still gonna throw him in the river anyway. I'm just more asking if you're going to like stay on top of him, so that way I have to find a way to drag both of you.
Can I knock him out?
Please don't. And Argus and Dart's just going to continue like massaging Argus's head, like, we are trying to help.
Well, apparently he doesn't want help because he thinks people trying to help are stupid. Argus is trying to glare at the Tepig, but he can't because there's a puppy in front of him, on top of him.
I'm more surprised Argus is even capable of speaking right now with Dart on him.
I just used my bottom mouth. I just used the bottom of my mouth to move my voice, not the top of it. I talk in a weird way right now. And I have a big head.
Argus, let's just go back to the tent.
You won't even apologize. He's just mean. I don't like it.
I think going up and demanding an apology is not the way to go about it.
Well, how would you go about it?
Well, if I heard this right, I don't think following someone around demanding an apology is the correct way. Maybe just a little bit of calm, mutual understanding. Try to present your misgivings in a calm manner. But even then, you shouldn't have the expectation to get one.
In a calm manner, and then he threatened to throw me in the lake.
Yeah, he can have a
me.
calm mutual
Or
understanding with the water of the lake, or not lake, river.
He also tripped me and tackled me.
After you followed them around.
Also, you were trying to tackle me. I just tripped you and made you hug the wall.
You don't know it was an attempt at a tackle because I failed.
Can I throw him in the bottom of the river now?
If I managed to drag him back to the tent we were at, would you not?
If I see him again, I'm throwing him in the river.
Yeah, definitely the right call for Dart to go over there.
And Dart's just going to continue just rubbing Argus's temple like, Argus, I know you're upset. But you have a choice here that I can't help you with anymore. You can either continue going down this path and end up in the river, which you know I'm not going to be able to follow after you, or we can go back to the tent and continue trying to help.
I mean, I could also knock him out and then we drag him.
Or no,
to the
Argus, Argus, Argus.
No one goes-
We could head back to the tent and have a chat about what you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling angry.
And now's not the time to feel angry.
Oh, so he's tugging on my rainbow scarf. I don't even know how. He's got hooves.
You were able to craft things with those little claws of yours. But this has to make sense. So let's go back to the tent and let's have a chat, okay?
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Argus will huff, cross his claws as best as he can, and immediately do like a fast turn to try to swat the tepig with his tail as he goes to walk back towards the tent.
I'm gonna pinch Argus's head.
Ow!
No. No more anger. We'll have a chat about it at the tent.
Grrr. There will always be anger. They hurt my Kaza. Anyways, Argus will allow himself to go to the tent. Still angry at the Tepig, though.
The tepig is now that the situation has been resolved and this weird tyrant is no longer following him, that he's gonna wander off and go back to what he was actually supposed to be doing.
If he tries to throw Argus in the river again, though, there might be a battle. Keep a close eye on him, Dart.
Also, you kept trying to throw the character that was explicitly the fast runner of his group.
It was.
So, like, you know,
Argus isn't very good at repelling people yet. He still needs to figure out how to magnetize them first.
Yeah, as I was kind of posting into the chat, it's like, if you at least lied and said anything counter to what the Tepig was saying, Jet would have your back. But no, you're sitting there shouting your crimes yourself to the world. And it's like, I can't defend that when he's shouting out, I'm guilty!
Argus is honest to a fault.
oh boy.
Now that, you know, Argus is starting to waddle back towards the tent, Dart's gonna hop off.
And because, you know, he's leaning back to hold you on his head, as soon as you hop off, he falls face first in the dirt. The lack
You mean
of weight.
falls...
Or falls backward.
No, falls forward would be the right one, yeah. So, what was that about?
Are we back at the tent yet, or are we still walking?
I'd say you guys could get back to the tent about the same time that the others would be as well.
Okay, well, Jet's saying that when they get back.
That's the Tepig that hurt Kaza. and Dart won't let me beat him up. He was trying to beat me up and throw me in the river.
Because you were, and Dart's just gonna kind of give a little pat on like the underside of the Tyrunt's mouth and just be like, because you were looking for a fight.
No, I was
And-
looking for an apology.
And that is not how you go about getting an apology.
It did leave a nice tepig-shaped dent in the house, though. That makes me happy.
Are we going to have to deal with something from that?
Hopefully not.
It's okay. If he tries to throw me in a river again, I won't hold back.
Dart's gonna facepaw.
Also, no one was wanting help. They just gave me weird look. I tried. I think we need the one guy so that we can get help for these people. Except the tepig, I don't want to help.
Right, Dart's gonna hop on Argus's chest since he's lying on his back.
That? You are very heavy.
So I've been made aware.
Why do I have the puppy type on me now?
Dart's gonna kind of gesture with one of his paws as he's talking, and just be like, "Cause Argus, remember what we talked about before? A time to be angry and a time to be calm. Right now, we are on official guild business, and we're trying not to cause a ruckus because we want to help. You, even going around and try, demanding or requesting an apology, no matter how right you are,
I'm very right.
and I'm not going to disagree. You have every right to be upset. But now is not the time to do so. We have a job to do to see what we can do to help out this village. We're in the middle of something helping out the village. If you start suddenly picking fights or escalating when you're trying to get an apology, then that, potentially ruins the entire mission. The last thing we want to do is get kicked out of town because you wanted to have someone apologize to you.
Not to me, to Kaza.
Kaza isn't here.
I could get the apology written and then give it to Kaza. Do we know where we teleported?
No, we can probably request them when we're back at Starlight. Look, what we can do is once we're done here, Argus,
Then I can beat him up.
Dart's gonna give a little bap on the bottom of the snoot.
Ah!
No. We request if we can have a conversation, because from the little bit of I saw of that encounter, they're not particularly interested in giving an apology. So demanding an apology for something they don't feel sorry for is not going to be a fruitful, effort.
Grumble, grumble.
Now, you're not going on by yourself for the rest of the mission, okay?
Fine. But I'm not helping the tepig. I'll help anyone else, but not the tepig.
I wasn't asking you to help the tepig, and you don't have to.
I hope he falls in the river.
We're not wishing harm upon anyone.
Falling in a river isn't harmful.
I beg to differ. And Dart's just going to give a very stern look towards Argus. It's a very poor choice of words.
Argus immediately looks away. Oops.
So before I hop off, Argus, what are we going to do here?
Not push the tepig in the river.
And
Not try to start a fight.
good.
There's too many knots.
And Dart's gonna hop off. And then give a little pat on the side cheek. Good talk.
Argus
We can
is
talk
just
later.
laying on the ground. He's grumpy.
I'm sorry, Jet. You must be so heckin' confused. Saying that out of character, but
Oh, he kind of pieced things together of what the heck was going on there.
I'm not fixing the tepig hole. Or tepig dent.
It's more of a dent, yeah.
I'm not fixing that. I'm proud of it.
okay. So where were we?
In the tent.
We weren't in the tent. And Dart's saying this more to Jet.
By the way, for everyone's reference in this conversation, everyone would have been able to get back, including like Azrith and Vector, just from getting water, because there's not too much involved with that. It's literally just getting water. So everyone can be there and a part of this conversation.
So we got the bucket.
Yep, you have a bucket of water.
Well, we were gonna go get the water to the patient in there. Come on, Vector. Let's see if he's feeling a little better now that he's had some time to rest as well.
Victor nods. Well, I mean, we've been out for a while, so. But no, this bucket's still heavy. Come on, hey, someone open the door for me.
Azuz opens the door.
Thanks. It's a big bucket of water.
All right.
It's a bucket.
Seeing you have come back with the bucket, Susanna will step aside for about like 10 seconds while you go inside before resuming bouncer position.
It's like, and I kind of like sneak. I like poke my head out for a little bit. It's like, if there's anything else, Susanna, I'll let you know. And I just close the door. But yeah, I'm gonna go start giving water. water.
All right. Even though he's been left like this for like a little bit, he has not fallen back asleep at all.
Oh, good. Oh, you're still awake. Okay. Oh, okay. Water. It's also that speaking of water, time check.
Oh yeah.
I was
I
suddenly
don't know.
reminded.
I've just been in the zone, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, same here.
All right. 5-minute break, guys. We kind of went way over on that, but break.
I'm
I
so sorry,
always
but
for-
August.
I always forget this game's got a break because I don't have one with any of the rest.
Yeah, like I always end up like forgetting for a second, and then I just like, oh wait, yeah. Shit.
I'm so sorry. Argus needed his fight.
Denied.
Denied.
It will happen.
Yeah, like I figured that it's yeah. But
Be right back.
Just wait till he gets paired with Amos on the mission. It won't be hard to convince a crime type.
Then Argus becomes the crime type.
Oh no!
Right back.
Argus becomes crime type.
I mean, Argus was already confessing his guilt here, so I think he already accepts that he's a crime type here.
Argus did nothing wrong. See, his tackle failed. Therefore, he did nothing wrong.
Ava?
Ba.
Oh.
Well, I was just staring at the trees above, so not much else happening.
Right now we're on break.
Yeah, you would have been able to come back with the water and hear the conversation going on revolving around Argus apparently trying to get in a fight with the tepig that helped ambush you guys.
Fun.
I'm reading all the chats about everyone like, oh, poor Argus.
The tepig the entire time, like when you're like demanding, was just like, okay, cool, I don't care, and he kept following him.
Argus will get that apology one way or another.
One way or another, he's gonna wind up in the river.
This is true.
Argus, with those rolls, you're going nowhere.
Argus was holding back. He just needs to use his rock type moves on him. No, instead of his steel type move that is not meant to do damage and is only meant to knock you back. Or I could use a super steel type move.
You should really get some athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I've realized that. Next time we get a rest, that's what I'm doing. I didn't realize I needed that to launch him with magnetic force.
Yeah, forced movement involves forced movement and grappling. Involves acrobatics or athletics checks that are opposed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're not moving the vast majority of creatures, of Pokemon, with just magnetization.
Fair.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
And honestly, I'd question if even those that are full metal would necessarily be affected anyways by magnetization. Considering they control the thing.
It's a magnetic repulsion. It's the same way how very strong magnets can pull on things that aren't even magnetic. But
Sure,
Argus
but do
isn't
you
used to
have
it yet.
do you have a very strong magnet?
Argus uses magnetic moves. He's geomagnetic. He's learning his limits though, so it's an all or nothing. He's constantly doing it at max capacity, which also has a bunch of recoil on him, which is why he can't move when he uses it. It's Pokemon logic. It's the same way non-magnetic Pokemon can use magnetic rise to levitate, despite not being magnetic at all. So yeah. Also, Argus is somewhat of a magnet. He has magnetized things to himself, like nails, to hold them in place so he could use them.
Okay. But you still gotta go by the rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna level up.
You did buy the knockback effect on the move.
Yes.
So.
It-
He
it-
does have 40 feet of knockback he has bought on the move. Which coincidentally is quite the chunk of XP, actually.
Just why I lose 30 feet of all movement speed, and it has no power whatsoever. It's all knockback, and you have to be right up against him. He can't. It has no range. You got to be touching him.
But if conditions are met, yeet.
Yeet, yeet, indeed. I like to yeet.
Alright, let's see. Do we have people here? Amos.
Explosion sound.
Alright, Argus.
Yep, I'm here.
Azrith. No Azrith currently. Dart.
Dart.
Jet.
Here.
Vector.
Puppy noises.
Bucket Lord.
Bucket Lord.
Alright, we're just waiting for the Azrith to get back then.
Or he might be back and just can't hear us because of his computer thing.
That's true, but hopefully he'll realize that in a second if that is in fact the case. And in a couple minutes I'll send him a message just in case.
Yee.
Ba-da, ba-da. But every time I hear someone say "yee" like that, I always just think ba-da ba-da da 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 ba-da ba-da da 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 yee.
Let's see.
I mean, come on, it's a complete classic.
Oh, after this we'll be at 15 EXP, I think. Which means I could get 2 points in athletics or acrobatic. Ha! Then Argus can yeet people. I hope he gains a Game of Thrones chair out of water buckets. That would be the best thing ever.
Oh, welcome back.
Is that you getting back, RZ?
Yeah, I come back to see that my ping is red.
Well, we have the everyone here. Let us begin.
Yay.
Hello.
As the group has returned with the errant Argus, the water bucket, and Amos, you are also able to show back up now if you want.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone is now here. You have been let inside the building by a bodyguard bouncer, Susanna, and you have the water bucket. So the war turtle is awake and on the bed.
What's that? Running over.
Well, glad to see that progress has been going along, since most of us have been in here till now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I assume that we already gave the water to the war turtle, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you're
Is-
holding it just out of reach to torture him.
Oh no!
I don't know. I feel like Vector wouldn't be that mean, unless he
Yeah.
unless he just has a hidden streak inside of him.
Or it could be because it's a bucket. His need for the bucket overpowers his need to give water.
Yep. I thought of. If Vector and Azrath came across Argus and the Tepig have an argument, I felt like Azrath sort of just dumped the water on Argus's head and like, have you cooled off yet? Because you're next to a fire type. You're really
Mhm.
heating up. I thought it was funny.
But yeah, if it's like he's gonna like he's like kind of like walking to the war turtle, like he's gonna like slowly like kind of offer it over to the war turtle, like here's your water, but can you are you able to pick this up? Yeah, it's kind of heavy.
He will hesitantly like reach out, kind of like grab at it, and it takes him like an attempt or two to like actually get a good grip on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then slowly pull it up onto the bed, and pick it up again, and slowly start to drink, and drink, and drink, until pretty much the entire bucket is empty. And he tips it back one last time just to make sure,
Mm-hmm.
and puts it down and lets out a big sigh. Oh, whatever medicine you gave me. Oh, that coats the inside of your mouth so much.
Yeah, sorry about that. But it is, well, it helped, right?
Well,
I
yeah,
hope
but
it-
you don't it feels like it puts like a layer over your entire throat.
Ooh. You know what they say, medicine that never tastes good.
Also, I don't think I've blinked for the past little while.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
That
I don't-
does not sound right.
I'm just imagining Taldarius with the little big wide eyes thing, lizard face, lizard tongue going and licking one. That's our
a-
GM.
as you look at Johnny, you do realize, hey, wait, no, he isn't blinking.
Oh, that was him, not Taldarius. Maybe you should try to blink.
You see the muscles around his eyes twitch a little bit before he finally manages a single blink and his eyes shoot back open and goes, oh wow, that burns.
Can you tell me what happened? Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna like kind of like gently like climb up just to kind of like check his like eyes to see like what. Can you tell me what happened?
You mean like recently before I got knocked out? Like, what do you...
Well, let's start off at the beginning. What happened? How did you get these wounds?
Okay, so you see that kind of happens when you try and fight 5 people at once. Probably not my best idea. But...
Oh, I tried that once. It went pretty okay.
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure only
Argus.
Vector and Jet are inside right now.
No, everyone was let inside.
Oh,
they
everyone
were?
was okay.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Azrath made the comment note that they're all allowed inside now.
Five guys. Okay, do you know particularly about these guys?
I mean, they wore white robes. They weren't white by the end. I think that was mostly because of my blood, though.
Did
I
they
just-
have red trim or purple trim?
No, they had a. Oh no, they had a different trim. What trim? He looks like he goes deep into thought for a minute and goes, I'll get back to you, but it wasn't one of those.
So that's probably the third group we heard about.
So does the word Alablaster Gleam mean anything to you?
Nope.
Hmm. Hey, Jet, hey, come up. Do you mind coming up here as well? We think we may have to check over a few things as well. I don't think
Yeah.
not blinking is normal.
I definitely think we should give him a bit of a check.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm still kind of checking over. Anything do you know what was the reason for the fight?
Well, I mean, we kind of knew how to keep the farm going, but not really how to restart it. So when they wanted everything from it, we didn't want to give them everything, and then tried to stop them. That didn't work, and then they beat me up, and then I got back up, and then they did it again, and then I got back up, and then they stabbed me a couple times, and then I got back up anyways, and then it kind of just becomes a blur.
Alrighty. Yeah, sorry I do apologize for all the questions here, Johnny, but we're just trying to figure out what happened here. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I'm so sorry. My name's Vector, by the way. And he's like pointing over to the group there. So there's Jet, there's Dart, Argus, Azareth, Amos, Sin. I assume I'm just like pointing everyone out to the group. So we were sent here for an expedition and trying to see what particularly happened here. So so sorry if I'm asking a lot here as well, and please tell me to slow down if it's a little bit overwhelming as well.
Is Vector going, or are you going to be assisting Jet with medicine check?
Let me see here. I mean, since you already rolled, I would say go with the assist. So +2 in teamwork.
+2 teamwork?
Yeah. I assume we're both checking, so.
Alright, there's both of Jet's souls used, but hey.
Alright. Go ahead and write your final total.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
8.
8. Alright. With an 8, you would realize that he is maybe not like shaking is quite the right word, but there is like a very, very small amount of like vibration going on. And you think whatever you gave him, yeah, that was strong.
Huh.
It is forcibly filling him with so much energy right now.
Oh gosh, I'm just imagining this war turtle's like vibrating, like it's just like.
Yeah, I'm imagining
It's
this is what
very
happens.
slightly.
I'm imagining this is what happens when you give someone who's been like awake for 48 hours and exhausted just like a triple espresso.
This is like a 5-hour energy drink.
And 5-hour energy at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
He looks like it's not really having like actual health adverse effects right now, but also whenever this wears off, the crash is going to be hellacious.
Oh no. Okay. So that might be just the medicine then. I mean, at least you're up. Okay, you're gonna have to draw. I mean, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. Right, Chet? I think Johnny's gonna be okay for now.
Jet, I
Right.
just imagine, is on the other side of the guy, and, so his expression is not seen, and he's just like. He looks horrified at this. Well, maybe not horrified, but definitely not so certain. But he's gonna shake it off, and yeah, he's gonna be fine. Just give it a little while.
Yeah. Just take your time. Yeah, take your time. It's just a side effect. It's gonna go away. Well, yeah. Again, like, if you don't mind, just kind of filling us in what happened. Um. But I guess that goes for introductions.
Okay. Yeah. So, they were trying to take all of our food, and I didn't want that to happen, so tried to fight them, didn't work out, tried to fight them. Then it becomes a blur, and I remember that I fought him for a while longer. And then I think I passed out at that point. And then next thing I know, I'm waking up and I have the weirdest feeling in my throat, and two of you are here, and then I waited, I got water. And now we're here.
All right. Well, I will say though, you are very lucky that we came by here, because yeah, you had some really bad, really bad wounds, and I assume you don't have a doctor here, right?
Nope. Although, you sure? Because I feel great right now.
No, trust me. Looking at you and concerned, you want to take it easy. It was pretty bad.
Yes, it would definitely be better to take it nice and easy and not strain yourself at all. Yeah.
Wait. The farm. I have to go check on the farm.
No. You're going to lay down here.
Chet is immediately flopping over his chest.
I'm like kind of like, you know how like people like standing on top of on their hind legs. I assume they're like trying to get up, right? But it's like yeah. I'm like trying to put like my four paws like to kind of gently push them down. It's like you want to lay down. Trust me.
I've been laying down for how many days? I've been laying down for.
You just been through a lot. We'll have someone else checking on it, or that Susanna, I think she's called. We can have her check on the farm. We just need to make sure you're better first.
We're here to help. Like, how long has the farm been here, and what happened to the farm?
Well, I mean, the farm was here first, and then I don't know what happened to the farm because I've been asleep for who knows how long, and I need to go check out the farm.
Yeah, no, we can worry about the farm next time. For now, you should probably stay down for a little while, but we should be. I guess the question is, can you give us directions to the farm? Because if I would rather, we can definitely probably get that into checking with the group, but Yeah, I trust me. Like you do not. Can I show them? Can we show them one of the like his bandages? like can I just point out to the bandages that we just like we had a patch up, and it's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna be walking with that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could go. I could make it.
Do we have a second opinion, Jet?
Jet, he is still not blinked.
Yeah, doctor's orders, you need to stay in bed. The farm will be fine. It's been fine so far. Others here can take care of it. You need to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
If need be, we'll get Susanna. We will get Susanna on you.
Guess the better question is, if you're not running the farm, Jonathan, who would normally be running the farm?
Oh no, Jonathan was my father. Call me Johnny.
Johnny, who would be running the farm in your absence?
Well, I mean, it was kind of a group effort, but it was just me, pretty much. Also, yeah, could you go get Susanna?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Sure. Dart, could you go? As Jet is still laying across his chest, trying to keep him down.
Will do, and Dart's gonna walk to the entrance of the tent.
Jet is
Alright.
now hoping that his bluff is gonna work, because she seems very intense, and his whole point of saying we'll get her is maybe she'll make him stay down, but he seems too eager for her to come in.
Alright. Dart, as you look outside and look at Susanna, you see she has somehow acquired sunglasses. Pitch black ones, and she has her arms crossed menacingly as she's in a power stance looking outward.
Excuse me, Susanna?
She's gonna lean down, not looking towards you, but like still looking out. And like half lean down. What do you need?
Jonathan's awake, and the others would like your presence inside, if that's okay.
She's going to reach down, pick Dart up slightly, and move him in front of the entrance as she backs away, still looking outward, and tries to close the tent flap around her. Dart, you now have a pair of sunglasses on your head.
Hey, Dart's just gonna slide them over his eyes.
She is
Well-
surprisingly strong.
Like, well, I guess I'm doing this now. Slides the sunglasses over his eyes.
Dart, you are now on bouncer duty. As Susanna is now inside.
Why they should, by the way, are they aviators? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Friend that asks for a friend, it's me.
I somehow inadvertently acquired the wise glasses. She Rydin, bless you.
Oh my god!
That is wonderful.
Yes.
But yes, Susanna is now inside.
And I'm sure she is just seeing Jet flopped over top of Johnny, and I think Vector was also trying to keep him down or something.
Yeah.
Vector took the legs.
Oh, right.
No. I was like, I was kind of pushing on his chest.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just saying that I'm kind of like standing on my hind legs, and like,
oh, okay.
you know,
I thought you were
yeah,
saying
just
that
kind
you were
of.
taking his legs.
No.
Okay, in that case, Jet's got the legs.
And Johnny is gonna use like one arm like halfway like around the rockruffs and just go, "Hey, Susanna, come here, because I need to ask you something." And she will approach. Susanna, take me to the farm, and he's gonna try and use rapid spin to get the rockruffs off of him.
No! He needs to rest. It is very important.
Please, you know how Susanna, you saw how bad Johnny was. Please tell him to stay down. Tell him to rest.
She looks so torn right now.
You know what? What if we try taking him to the farm, and then he'll see his own wounds for his own self on the way, probably.
No, I'm not doing that.
Hang on, let me get a second opinion then. He's gonna peek outside. Look to Dart. Dart, he's stubborn. Should we just take him to the farm and he just realizes his wounds on his own self?
Dart's gonna glance back a little. Rather not.
Okay,
But
fair enough.
my job is to guard the entrance.
Okay. Gonna peek back inside. The bouncer, but you know, I don't think we can really stop you if you tried.
Look, I got some energy right now. I feel like I could run a marathon. So I just want to go to the farm and figure out what happened and what I need to do, and I don't really have a last point to this. I was thinking about something and then I got distracted. Also, are you guys moving kind of slow? You guys are moving kind of slow.
No, it's the medicine.
Either way, let's go to the farm.
Susanna, please help.
She is going to think, and then think, and think harder, and go, I have a solution.
Oh no. This is what I
needs
think.
to rest, right?
He should not be moved in his condition at all. He should stay right here.
Are we gonna try dragging him to the farm or bring the farm to him?
I know what to do. I just need to keep my upper body perfectly still. And she's going to reach down and pick up Johnny, who is like, obviously kind of big. And she can, like, barely see where she's going. And start walking. If I just take him there, he won't have to move.
I said we could just carry him.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
They're stubborn. Might as well let their stubbornness go through.
Do you really want to check out that farm?
Yeah? I mean, that's why I'm trying to go to the farm. Also, just so that everyone knows, War Turtle is like 3 feet tall and Clefairy is like 2 feet tall. She is picking up someone 50% bigger than her.
Just the war's real
I mean,
stubborn.
she picked up Dart without any problem, apparently. So
This is a physically built Clefairy.
Yep.
She's fine.
She is a physically spec'd Clefairy.
Actually, I'd like to just point out something. I just looked it up. If we go just canonical war turtle weight, Dart's heavier than a standard war turtle.
Oh, yeah. No, I was more talking about the bulk of, like, picking up someone bigger than her.
I am just getting. Have any of you seen the Dorkly series? I think it was Rudy version or something like that.
Yeah.
Rusty, right?
Rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know the Clefairy or Clefable from that with all the super maxed out IVs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm imagining she is.
Okay. If you want to do this, Johnny, here's what we're gonna do. Well, I guess I can't believe I can't believe we're doing this, but if anything happens, we're coming back here. You got it?
No, if anything happens, he is being left wherever he winds up at.
Well, no, that's true, but still, you know what I mean. Well,
If Jet were the twins, this guy would be being forced to fill out paperwork, making sure that they are entirely not responsible for anything that happens because he is doing this against doctor's orders. But luckily, Jet doesn't know about contracts and all of that.
A nice refusal care form or a dismissal form, just be like, hey, I acknowledge that, hey, I was advised to go to the hospital and bed rest, but I decided on my own fruition against it, so I'm not held liable if anything bad happens. Yes, I did emergency first aid.
We are also, however, traveling people from outsiders, just like Alabaster Gleam, who probably were claiming to be doctors or stuff of the like, who also did bad things. I'm just saying it how I see it.
mm-hmm.
Susanna, to the farm.
Just gotta follow along.
What's the worst that could happen?
Every time one of you says that, it's always so funny.
I know, that's why I say it.
Yeah, that's why you had the roles you did this game.
No, that's just normal for me, and you know that.
Yeah, think about how often you say that phrase and what happens.
Okay, to be fair, before those roles, it was Zim who said that.
Oh, you act like that phrase isn't a group-wide curse.
Mhm.
I think it's a curse that transcends the game.
But yes, it is 2 o'clock, or I guess 1 o'clock for Zim. But it's at our normal check-in time. So, do you guys want to end it here, or do you want to keep going?
To the farm.
Oh. I mean, I'm good to keep going a little bit more. I don't know how everyone else is feeling though.
I'm good either way.
I'm
Alright.
good.
Amos Azrith. RZ, if you are trying to respond, you are currently muted.
I am not feeling it.
Not feeling it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can hold it off then.
Yeah, we are currently missing the sin, so.
Mm-hmm.
Although, just because we're missing sin doesn't mean any of you are free of sin.
I am completely innocent. Everything
You
I
were the-
did
you
was
were-
justified.
You were somehow more sinful than Amos this session. Think about that.
What I did was justified in the law of they hurt Kaza.
What
I just
about
don't-
me?
Actually,
The
I
innocent
mean,
actor.
anything that's actually happened, for stuff that has actually happened, during the course of this campaign, at this point, I think Argus is actually more of a crime type than Amos.
Argus hasn't done that much bad. He has
Yeah,
done
but it's still
nowhere near
more.
that much bad.
It is still more than what Amos has done.
Amos blew up an entire warehouse with unknown amount of casualties.
Yeah, but that was accidental. That was not on purpose.
And then he purposely used the move he thought would blow up a warehouse to attack someone we didn't want to attack.
I think.
You mean
as
the
it's like
horse
the
that
most
tried to
innocent.
attack him first?
He attacked first. The horse was just spouting hate speech.
No, the Rapidash attacked us first. Amos was responding in self-defense.
The dino is never wrong, Shadow. Dino's in the right.
Right, saying a really good point if you look on stream. Which was over the art of Amos jumping out of the building with a terrified Azrith. Yeah, but that was cool.
But yeah, Amos had no idea that there was gas in there that would catch on fire. So at this point, Argus is more of a crime type than Amos.
No. He's also tried to burn down buildings he wasn't supposed to burn down and had to be held back.
That was just him being overeager on the job and misunderstanding what he was supposed to do.
Argus will crime type you. He is not a bad boy. He's angry. He's not bad. He's throwing a tantrum. It's what tyrants do.
Ah, so now Argus is trying to rope others into doing crime as well. Oh, it's really not looking good for you.
Argus is going to launch you into the river.
You know, that's a good point, Rdyjin. I'll make that a quote.
I didn't realize what I said. You guys are
The
gonna kill
passion
Argus.
of the moment.
Argus is not thinking straight. It's past his bedtime and he's angry. He's throwing a tantrum.
There,
All right.
Argus.
But it does seem like we are ending it here. Which means we will pick up at the farm next time.
Are we passing the tepig on the way to the farm?
You're not going to be, no.
You want to commit more crime?
Okay. Not a war crime. Just maybe throw a rock at him, you know?
I didn't say war
Aw.
crime, I just said more crime.
You know, a high-speed railgun flying speed rock. With a ×2 crit range.
Really not helping your case. So anyways, Argus's crimes aside, thank you all so much for joining us today for Starlight New Dawn Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by commissioning one of the fine artists that I work with. We've got Rdyjin, who joined us this evening, and then there's also Whiskers that you can commission as well. And don't forget Conrad for 3D art. But for now, thank you all so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Nice,
Jim, I will
calm
find-
breathing.
I will crime type you. I just saw in the credits that you put me as a Aurum.
That has literally been there since the start of this campaign.
Yeah, you just noticed that?
We have been going at this for how long now, and you have only now noticed?
Kids don't look at credits. What do you expect? I play Argus.
Okay, Adorum. Bye, everybody.
I will crime type you.